to use ClickUp in 2024. Are you guys ready? OMG, it is official. ClickUp 3.0 has been released. It is the bomb, and I'm so excited to create this video for you fresh in the new year. Happy New Year, by the way, and show you how you can use this amazing tool to run and grow your business in 2024. In this video, I also want to go through so many of the amazing new ClickUp 3.0 features and really give an overall video again because things have changed since the last ClickUp 3.0 video I created last year. Even in the ways that you can use ClickUp, things, for example, like task types have drastically changed. The way that you view things like storing data or leads or your sales pipeline, etc. So I can't wait to dive in to the different ways you can use this amazing tool. If you are new around here, my name is Christy. I am the CEO and founder of DaSilva Life. I am a verified ClickUp consultant and a HoneyBook Pro, and our agency focuses on setting up these amazing tools for business owners and teams like you. So with that, let's dive in to how to use ClickUp in 2024. How to use ClickUp in 2024, let's get into it. So now that everyone has access to ClickUp 3.0, I can't wait to give you guys a tutorial of all the things that have come out throughout last year, as well as give you the basic overview of the different ways that you can use ClickUp for your business, for your personal life, all the things. So before we dive in and go through the new features, I want to just give you a ClickUp 101 in 5 minutes or less, going through the terms of ClickUp, what everything means, and then we're going to go through the 3 main ways that you can use ClickUp. Okay, so just some ClickUp 101 here. This whole login that you have where you see DL Training Workspace, this is our training mock workspace. This is called your workspace. So this is like, think of it as your whole entire office building, right? Then on the left side here, you have spaces, which you could think of as your different departments. So you could see here, we have operations, growth, marketing and PR, clients, programs and courses, personal. These are the main ones that we always recommend that you have for your business. Of course, every business will differ, but here is the most standard set of spaces that we recommend. You'll see here the simple ClickUp system, which I'm going to go through that in a moment when we talk about task management. And then I also have the 2024 planning bundle, which is for our workshop, which if you're interested, I'll link that in the description below, where you can get this bundle and a 2-hour workshop replay where we go through how to prep for this year ahead. But here are the spaces that we generally recommend. Within the spaces, you'll then see you could have folders, which really just are another level of grouping and staying organized, kind of like in your house when you have a shelf to keep things organized, then you have baskets on the shelf, and then you have things in the baskets, right? So here we have operations, we have ops, tasks, updates and maintenance, team resources, etc. Then under the folders, you have lists, and these are your actual task lists or databases. And again, that goes more into the 3 ways you can use ClickUp, which we're going to get to. So in here, let's actually just give an example in clients. Say we have retainer clients, and then you have this client name here. Here could be all of the tasks that you have to do for that specific client. So the spaces and folders are just ways to group things. The lists actually hold your tasks or data points. And then your tasks are where you're actually getting ish done. So when you click into here, you would actually work on this task. You could track time, do all the things, and then mark this as completed. So within a list, you can also group this in many different ways. And I'm actually going to get into that when we go into task management. We go through the simple ClickUp system quickly. So I just wanted to show you that general hierarchy of space, folder, list, task. You can also have floating lists. Like you could see, they're actually called folder lists. I call them floating lists sometimes. So where you could see in the client space, you don't have to have every list nested under a folder. You could have them separate: client task, client database, testimonials, etc. So that's the sidebar structure. Then we have hubs, and these are new with ClickUp 3.0, where you can see your docs, all of the docs within your whole entire workspace. You can see date updated, viewed, who is this doc shared with. You can also use doc tags, which is really cool, to sort your documents. Whether you want to note if something, kind of like the status of the document, is it in progress? Does someone need to review this? Or maybe you tag them per project type or per client. We've done that for clients during our builds as well. So that's the Docs hub. Then we have the Dashboards hub. You can also see at the top in Docs, Dashboards, and Whiteboards, there's going to be a recent, a favorites, and a created by me. And you can always click these see all as well. So you can see in Dashboards, it's just really streamlined and simplified. I really love the UX and the UI of ClickUp 3.0. I feel like it's just more condensed and clean. So I hope you're as stoked as I am. So you can see dashboards in here. Also, if you click into different dashboards, we're going to get into the sales demo in a little bit. You can see some of the widgets have changed a little bit. So this will now give more insight into where this information is coming from, which I really love. Then you have the whiteboards hub. So whiteboards no longer have to be like connected to a space or a view, which I really love. You can also create whiteboards or documents within a space or folder itself, but the fact that you can have them not attached to one of those places, I think it's 10 out of 10. And then more, you could see Pulse, and then Goals is still the same. This is ClickUp's version of OKRs, Objectives and Key Results. We have a whole other video on our channel if you're interested in learning more about the ClickUp Goals section. So just to preface, this video is going to be way more of an overview of how to use ClickUp. We have so many videos on our channel of deep diving into different areas of this. Make sure to subscribe to our channel if you want all of the ClickUp tutorials that you need. But let's move on to the 3 different ways that you can use ClickUp. So the first way that you can use ClickUp is just for basic task management. And what I really love about ClickUp, and I tell people when they're hesitant about diving in, is ClickUp can grow with you. It could scale up or it can scale down. So at the very most basic version, you could just have a basic digital checklist. What is better about having this basic checklist than just a pen and paper is that you can just write the task that you have to do. You can have it as simple as, is it done or is it not? Have an assignee, whether that's you or someone else, and a due date and priority, right? So ClickUp is like your digital to-do list. You can make it as simple as this or as robust as some other things when we get into project management. So I have a whole video, and the Simple ClickUp system is actually a free template. It'll be linked in the description below if you want the whole 30-minute tutorial on this whole system. But let's just quickly show you task management. You could have a basic checklist like this just to do complete, mark it off. You could have a simple status list where you have to do, in progress, and complete. If to do and complete are not enough and you want to add a couple different statuses, then you can group things. So this is where custom fields come into play, where not only do you have your statuses, but you could also create drop-down custom fields to note things like different categories. So whether this is business categories, social media categories, whatever it may be, you can create a drop-down that's custom to you and then group by the custom field category. You could also do this in board view where you're grouping by the custom field category, and you can move things from from category to category. So this is taking it to the next level where not only do you have to do in progress complete, but you're also saying, okay, here's what I have to do in each different sector of my business. And then you could even use this for personal to do, right? So for me, I like having a personal space in ClickUp because working from home, owning my own business, my personal life does intertwine with my business. If I have an appointment that I have to go to midday, I have to know as I'm planning my week ahead so I don't block anything in that time. So that is up to you. Some people like to have personal in there. Some people like to have a separate personal workspace as well. To each their own. So what is awesome about all these different lists is not only do you have these task lists, but then at the everything level or the space level, you can create a calendar that now you can see what you're doing every single day. So that is number one, task management with ClickUp. Now moving on to the second way you can use ClickUp is for project management. So not only if you're just saying, okay, here are the random one-off things that I have to do, but what about all the projects in my business? Whether it's projects like launching and you want to use our launch template and track all the important dates, everything you have to do for the launch, all of the emails and the content that are going out, the sales and the analytics. That's one way you can do it. Another way is, say you have an internal project or client projects that you want to see everything at a overview and high level, but then also granular as to what everyone's working on. Then let me show you an example of our workflow mapping template. So here's where you can see if I have this project, and we literally use this for our client projects where we map it out. It looks just like this, but ours is custom. Obviously, we have our phases named and our tasks that are standard for everyone, where you can see what do I have to do for project prep? What do I have to do for the first phase, the second phase, etc. And then all the way from beginning onboarding to finishing out and wrapping up the project and offboarding. So you could have templated timelines in here. You could see who's responsible for what the due dates are. If one thing is lagging, say this person changed their kickoff date to February 8th, then the whole entire project can move forward and you don't have to worry about wasting your time rearranging the whole schedule for everyone. ClickUp just does it for you. So this is our workflow mapping template, again, available in our shop and our template vault, but you can see how beautiful. I can see this high level overview of what's going on in the project, what the timeline is, and who is working on what. So we covered task management. You could see how you could use ClickUp for project management. And then the last piece is data reporting. So this is a huge update with ClickUp and something that makes so much sense. And I'm so happy with 3.0 that they released task types. So what really used to trip people up is that sometimes in terms of a project or task management, yes, fill out client onboarding form. This is a task. It's either done or it's not done, right? But when it comes to things like data, like sales tracking, people are like, the sale that came in, it's not a task. It's nothing I'm ever going to mark to do or complete, right? So what's really awesome is I want to show you into task types. So this is our sales tracker. It is literally one of my favorite templates. And what you could do is if I right click, you could see the new task types. So if I click on task types and we go into settings, you can create a task type for anything. Currently, the ones that we use at DaSilva Life, this is our training workspace, is we have ones for out of office for our holiday calendar and our full-timers out of office requests. And then we have them for sales. So if I click on money and I put sale and create this task type, now when I go back to the sales tracker, what I could do is I can change this task type to sale. So now it's not shown as a task to do or complete. It's actually shown as this is a sale item. So you can also do this by the multitask toolbar up here as well, and you could set multiple. And then the last thing you could do as well is you can actually create an automation. So you're like, okay, Christy, that's awesome, but am I going to have to convert it every single time? The answer is no. So what you could do is say anytime a task is created, a task or subtask, then set task type to sale, create. And then you can see if I add another item, it's automatically going to convert this to a sale. So task types, they're going to change the game. So let's talk about data reporting. Again, we have a whole video on our channel going into depth about the sales tracker. We actually have it automated from all of our payment processors, where anytime we get a sale from any processor, anything, whether it's a consulting sale from Honeybook, a course sale from Thrivecart, a template sale from Webflow and Stripe, it all comes into here. It puts all the information, it categorizes it, adds the offer, the name, the gross and net payment. So then we have a sales dashboard where we get real-time insight into our monthly and yearly sales. So this is where at any given time, any day of the week, I can come in and see how much money we have made this month. So this is an example, a really good example of data reporting within ClickUp, where you can set up, whether you're importing data manually just to stay organized, or you're using tools like Zapier to bring in that data and information automatically. ClickUp is a really awesome way to be able to manage it and visually see all that information, because data is everything, right? How do you know if you can hit your goals, pay your team, grow and scale your business if you don't actually know what your numbers are? So you can see here, this would just show the breakdown of all the sales by platform, by month, by offer, and then you could see this month, this year, and then all-time revenue. We also have our sales tracker dashboard is a little bit more robust. Now we have like by offer by month. We also have years past data as well, so we can see the trends of like, okay, well, how much money did we make last January, etc. So those are the three main ways that you can use ClickUp in 2024. Task management, project management, and data reporting. I hope that was helpful for you. Now let's just go over a couple other ClickUp 3.0 items. So one of my new favorite features are this home screen. So here you have this beautiful new home screen. I think it is such an upgrade from the old home screen. You can manage the different cards and decide what you want on here. This shows everything, so I will go through each widget. You can also edit the layout. Say you wanted this agenda to be smaller. You can completely customize this layout to be what you want. So recents, you're going to see anything that you recently edited. Agenda, this is going to be anything on your task list. You can also integrate your Google Calendar as well. This lineup is where you can actually add tasks to your lineup. So you're like time blocking and increasing your productivity. So saying, okay, today the first thing I want to do is check in on my Honeybook leads. So I'm going to go ahead and click the three dots and add this to my lineup for me. Then after that, I want to work on ClickUp. So I'm going to add this to my lineup for me. And then you'll see these will show up in order. 1, 2, 3. You can just click through them. It's super clear. You can also add and take away name priority. Well, you can't take away name, but you could take away priority and due date if you just want this to be as clean as possible. And you're like, okay, here's what I'm doing first, second, third, etc. And then you can also switch these around in order. So I really love the lineup feature. They actually have always had this, but I think it's super clear and clean in 3.0. Another new thing that they have is a personal task list. So this is where you can just add tasks. This was something that people highly requested, which was literally just having one place where they're like, I just want to add tasks and I just want to put them there and it's my task list and work through them. That's what this personal list is for. So the personal list, highly requested. So you could just add tasks there whenever you want. Then you can see this widget, what's assigned to me, reminders, assigned comments, and then my work showing today, overdue, next, and unscheduled. So home screen, gotta love it. The next is inbox. I am an inbox zero girly, and I love staying organized with my notifications, and I feel like the new inbox is just chef's kiss. So you could see here, this is old from 2023 because this is our test account, but inbox is where anything important, anything that you're a watcher on, that someone mentioned you in, it's going to bring that information in here in this really nice condensed list where you can come in, click into the task, see if there is anything that you have to tend to, and then after you go ahead and respond and take care of this task, you can go ahead and clear this out. So you can see important, other, snoozed, and cleared. So you can also snooze notifications. So say here was a notification that I'm like, okay, I know I want to take care of this, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. You can actually snooze this until tomorrow. It'll go away and then the notification will come back tomorrow morning, which I love. So the goal is to get to inbox 0 as much as possible. They still have the amazing quotes. And sometimes, let me see if other will do it. Beautiful. They still use confetti. Gotta love it. So inbox is still 10 out of 10. I know it came out earlier in 2023 or maybe halfway through the year, but I really, really still love how it is laid out. Another thing that they are doing is working on their Click apps and integration. So the App Center, you can see, is much more sleek with integrating all of your apps into one place. And then the custom field manager is amazing. So not only can you do amazing things, like I don't have any workspace level custom fields, but this was a huge pain point as we were serving clients, which was they would create a workspace custom field and not realize that you can't then bring it down the hierarchy. Well, now you can with the custom field manager. You can also see all of your custom fields, who created it, what the location is, change the field types, and manage all of the settings within the custom field manager. I'll have to do a whole other video on just the custom field manager and how to use it, but it really took it to the next level with organizing and being able to see where your custom fields are. Another thing that's so clutch is you can merge custom fields as well. So you can see how I have 3 one fields. I can just merge all of these and now there's just going to be one. So gotta love it. Okay, so that is the custom field manager. Another thing that's awesome is the universal search. I love having this search bar here to be able to just look through all of the things in my ClickUp. I use this like every day as I am just quick searching for things. And then lastly, ClickUp AI. So ClickUp AI is really, really awesome. So if you click into a task and click /AI, you could see AI tools right with AI. I have another video on this just about, let's see, create an SOP about for inbox 0. Generate. And then this is going to create that SOP for you and this information. So super cool things with AI that you can do. They're also continuing to build on ClickUp AI. So I think eventually they're going to have things like filling in your calendar like they do with other AI scheduling tools. You can see this is still building the SOP. They also have things where you can actually add text areas that generate with AI as well. So it'll kind of give a task summary. So super cool thing to explore. And it's really cool as well as technology grows to see how all the tools will adapt that new thing. So I'm excited for all the things that ClickUp AI is going to have coming down the pipeline as well. One last thing that I actually forgot to mention is also overviews. So on these space and folder levels, they now have overviews where you can see recents, docs, and resources. So you can actually attach files from your computer, from your cloud storage to this folder or space level, which is really cool, kind of having like this resource hub. And then you can see all of the lists underneath that folder or space. If you use list colors, you can see them there. You can see the progress, start, end, priority, owner, and then done, do, and created. So I think overviews are also a really elevated way to see what's going on within a specific space or folder as well. So that is it for the How to Use ClickUp in 2024 tutorial, going through the three main ways: task management, project management, and data reporting, as well as going through some of the new ClickUp 3.0 features, giving you a peek into which ones are my favorite and what I'm excited for coming in the future. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I'm excited for the year ahead. So I hope that video was not only helpful for you, but also exciting to see all the amazing new features and updates that ClickUp has brought to us. Thank you, ClickUp. And how this tool can really scale with you. Now, mentioning scaling, we actually have an on-demand free training called Scale with ClickUp if you want even some more robust use cases and how to use this amazing tool to help you grow and scale your business. I will link it in the description below. Make sure to check it out. It is free, it is on demand, you got nothing to lose. So check out that training, and if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, because we have so many amazing plans for what is coming down the pipeline in 2024. With that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.